Welcome to East Texas. It's time to go fishing. Man, it has been a minute since I've been out. It's been a week. And some of you are like, I haven't fished in months. I get it. I fish a lot. But man, I'm jonesing. I have a theory though, and I've proven it time and time again that this theory is true. And it is that even when you find ponds that seem to be just loaded with little bass and they're just aggressive little ones, and that's all you can catch there is always, in my opinion and in my experience, there's always a couple of big ones in there. Some 3 big ones for that pond. Doesn't mean they're going to be double digits. I'm talking like some 3-pounders, 4-pounders, stuff like that hiding in there whenever you can only catch fish that are like under a pound, and sometimes you're lucky and you get one that's like a 1-pounder. So I'm going to fish this pond. I'm going to keep fishing it until I find me like a 3 or 4-pounder in here, because I know there's got to be a few in there. But I'm probably going to just try and get numbers today. I'm just going to throw the plopper. And I think I'm going to take like a little swim bait and on a little jig head and throw that around. But this pond I've had on my channel a couple times already. I usually use this as my testing ground whenever I get new lures and I want to try something new. I got nothing new today to test, but I just want to catch some fish. So I'm going to run out there with the plopper, little swim bait, and hopefully not get kicked out, because this pond, the very first time I ever fished here, I got kicked out. I fished a few times since then and have successfully fished it without getting kicked out. But today I do see a security guard walking around in the business that's in front of the pond. So that could be a problem. We'll see how long I can last today without getting kicked out. I have a feeling today is going to be the day they boot me again. So let's go hit the water and see what happens.
Set the hook.
Fish on, fish on.
Bass love wood. Oh my gosh. Bass love rock.
Nice. Whoa, give me that rebound. Holy cow, you guys.
Fishing. Fishing. Fishing.
Fishing. Fishing.
Here comes the part where I walk real fast. I try not to make eye contact with anybody. Somebody just came out the back door at the loading dock and is throwing stuff in the dumpster. I'm just trying to walk right by really quick and not acknowledge him. Alright, I'm going to squeeze in between some cars and stuff here. Last time I here there was scum mats everywhere. But we had a big storm last night, so I kind of figured all the scum mats would be gone. Sure enough, they are. That's fine. Because the last time I was using a Pad Crasher Junior, and I was out here just smoking fish left and right on that little frog. All right. I might get right on this. Got that little swim bait, this little 6-cent one. But then I also got the 75 whopper plopper on there in loon. We're gonna throw the little plopper first. Love to get one on the first cast. I'd love to get one on second cast. I was feeling pretty confident right there. I thought I was going to get one. Oh, somebody just hit it. Somebody came up and just bumped it. There we go. There we go. So it was the second cast. He got on the second cast. Little guy. I mean, this place has smalls, but man, look at that guy. He came up and got it. First one, second cast, so he's got a munch on the side of him. Somebody got him. Look how dark he is. That was such a dark one. He was definitely living down in that vegetation. Love that. Should be able to get some bigger ones than that. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Well, we're not going to get skunked. That's for sure. He was up in the shallow water. So right here in a dangerous spot where there's a lot of stuff you can get stuck on over here. Those are usually the spot where the fish are, where you can get stuck. Okay, can't get stuck on this log. Last time I fished here, there's a bunch of fish hanging around this. It's not a log, it's like a limb, a tree limb in the water. And there's a bunch of bass hanging around this last time I was here. There we go. Oh, he's on there. He's on there. I thought I missed him. Oh, he's gonna get me stuck though. I'm gonna let him swim. He needs to get out of there. Yep, he got me stuck. He's on there too. I gotta let him go. Oh, there went a good fish. Remember I told you there's gotta be some bigs. That wasn't big, but that was like 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. Okay. I opened up and let my spool go. I'm gonna see if he'll swim out of there. Oh, he's just sitting down there. He needs to go. He needs to swim out. There he goes, there he goes. He jumped to try and get it out. He's got me wrapped around this thing. He's got me wrapped around this. Yeah, he's got me wrapped around that limb. He's got to go back under it. I need him to go back out. Nope. He has got me stuck. We might be losing this plopper right now. I need him to get out of there. He pretty much thinks he's dead. He's like, that's it, I'm dead. So he's not fighting. I mean, I've got 50-pound braid, so there's a part of me that just wants to tug and pull this thing and see if it'll come free. But he's on this entire branch. At this point, we might be stuck for good. I'm trying to get him to do it on his own, swim out of there, but he's not doing it. Let me give him a minute. See if he'll get out there and get after it. I need him to swim out of here. Okay, he's moving. He just moved a little. Okay, he's moving. He's moving. He's trying. I need him to go out into deeper water. If he goes out in deeper water, we got this. This guy won't leave this spot. He just stays right here. I think that hook is, I think the hook dug into the, might be stuck on the log, on the branch. That might be the problem. It's hooked on him and it's hooked on the branch and he can't get free. Yeah, the plopper is stuck. Let me try pulling this direction. Maybe I pull a different direction. Something just broke loose. I think the fish came off, which is good. Oh, no, he's still on there. There we go. There we go. 50-pound Power Pro braid does its job. Gets the fish. Let's go. If you ever want to know why you fish heavy braid on topwater rods, this is why. Because when you're fishing topwater, especially frogs, you get stuck in this kind of stuff all the time. There we go. That's a much better fish than the last one. He's not a monster, but definitely better. Let's go. Thank you, Jesus. Get you back in there. All right, we're gonna move down a ways, try and get away from this stuff over here. Before we move, I'm gonna throw this really quick, swim it through here a couple times, see if anybody wants to hit it. This is something I don't fish very often, is little, like paddle tails and little soft swim baits. Feeling like it's something I should probably do more often. Oh, it's definitely getting hit. It got hit like 2 or 3 times Oh, a whole bunch of fish just jumped right there. Got hit like 2 or 3 times, but they just didn't get it. They're hitting the tail on it. Oh, I had one. Man, it is getting... Oh my gosh, he took the paddle tail off. Shoot, I only brought one more with me. Well, this could be a problem. Question is, do I just run back to my car and get it? That's a little jig head right there. It's like a little crappie jig head. All right, let me get the other paddle tail. Push that thing on there real quick. All right. Now I'm hoping that it doesn't get stolen by a fish again. It's the only one. I have a whole pack of them. I just bought them, but I only took 2 out and brought them with me, and I left the rest in the car. There we go. There we go. I let him eat it. He was hitting it, and I made sure I waited. I didn't want, he's little. That's a micro. I didn't want him to steal it. My fear is that he was hitting the tail, so I waited until I felt him really pull it. Well, this guy is active. He is mad. There we go. But man, look at him versus the size of this thing. He really wanted it. I mean, look at the two. The thing's almost as big as he is. What a go-getter. Thank you, Jesus. He's gonna be somebody. Just made a little move. Walked about 10 to 15 feet to the other side of this little grass island. Trying to decide whether to throw this one or to throw white. This water is like crystal clear. It is very clear right now. Well, I might need to switch back over to the plopper. Ploppers seem to be doing better. All we got is one little super mega dink on this. Man, I'm gonna lose this paddle tail too. These hooks, these little jig heads really don't hold on to this very well. Let me, I'm gonna rip the very nose of it off and start a new hole through the front of it. See if that helps me here. I wonder if I don't even give this any action. I wonder if I just let it fall. Just shake it around a little bit. Like a weightless worm if they'll hit it. Yep, somebody just picked it up. Oh, pulled it out of his mouth. Yeah, he had the tail. This is what I'm afraid of with this thing. They keep getting the back end of it. They love hitting that little paddle tail. They don't hit the head of it where the hook is. I'm gonna throw the plopper in here, right in this spot where I'm throwing this around. All right, here we go. Oh, somebody just came after it. A fish just came after it. I saw him. I don't know where he went. He took off. He darted from the left this time, so let's see if that was on video. He came from that way and darted after. I'm just gonna throw this right back in the same place. Let's try it again. Maybe I'll go really slow. Let's plop this thing really slow. Yep, that worked. Going really slow worked. He liked it like that. There we go. Number 4. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the little fish do whenever you have multiple treble hooks. That's the kind of stuff that gets you hooked. Another little dinky guy. We're trying to find the big ones that live in here. I'm gonna find one of them somehow. Let's put him back though. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You're trying to unhook those little guys and they just flop all over the place. Next thing you know, you got two really sharp treble hooks just flying around right by your hands. No matter how careful you try to be, they'll get you. I have had the plopper get me before past the barb, and it stinks, man. It is not. I've had it happen twice with the plopper, actually. Okay, we're gonna go real slow again. Oh, dang. For a little fish, that thing's aggressive. Man, oh man, he smoked that thing. Wow. For a split second, I thought I might have found a 2-pounder in here, but nope. Another little guy, but man, he came up and just got that thing. Wow. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for playing. They're so dark, these ones living in that grass down there. Beautiful. Love it. That's number 5, I believe. Thank you, Jesus. This thing is tangled again. Something's not right. Another one. He got that one on the stop. I stopped it and he whack came got. I think that's the biggest one so far. Not a monster, but it's a pretty good fish. There we go. Took me a minute to get him. It was like trying to get away, but yeah, there we go. Maybe right at about a pound if he's lucky. He might be one of those. It's like 0.8. All right, thank you, Jesus. Oh yeah, so several fish just plopped whenever that hit the water, so they're definitely down here. There we go. There's another little guy. And they are loving that plopper today. Oh, that's another decent one, but really good one actually for this pond so far. Probably about the same size as that last one, so we're hanging around that 1 pound-ish area now. There we go. Yeah, that looks like about the same size as the last one. Somewhere in that same neighborhood. Little bit longer, but yeah, probably about a pound. Thank you, Jesus. Number 7. I might have lost count. I always do. Once I get to about 5, I get all messed up. We could have 9, we could have 4, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that was number 7. Live dangerous. I'm about to go over a tree limb again, which I should have learned my lesson with the last tree limb, not to mess around. But here we go. Because I know there's going to be a bunch of bass down there. It's like a fallen tree laying in the water. So there's going to be bass all up in that thing. Oh. Oh man, that one came up and punched it. I wasn't even plopping properly. It was a little bit tangled, so it was doing weird stuff. It was like swimming a little bit crooked. He didn't care. He wanted to punch it. He came back and tried to pick it up. I left it like it was dead, like when he punched it, like he knocked it out. And I let it just sit there, and he came back and tried to grab it, but I missed him. All right, didn't learn my lesson. We're gonna throw right back across here. That's the same fish. He came up and got it again. He came out of the same exact spot. This time he didn't punch it, he tried to eat it. There's another one. Number 8. There you go. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, this spot seems to have some fish hanging around here. I've caught a couple here. I'm gonna try throwing the little paddle tail really quick. See if I can get one of them on this really quick over here. Well, I'm getting hit right now. Got him. That feels good. Oh no, same thing. I think he had the tail again. Dang it. I swear I had that fish locked in. All right, we're going to rip off another chunk of the front, make it even smaller. We're running out of paddle tail here. I'm going to have to switch over to something else. I got to have something I can throw on this little jig head. I might throw like the caterpillar, or maybe even just put a yum dinger on there. I don't know if I have any bluegrass bugs in here, but if I do have a bluegrass bug or two, those work well on these little jig heads. And man, these fish love that stuff. That bluegrass bug will get them. Yeah, they're just gonna rip this thing off, I can already tell, but I'm gonna throw it anyway. We're gonna throw it until I can't. Oh, dangerous cast. Yeah, we're gonna have to try something else. All right, so I didn't really find a whole lot of anything I want to throw on this, but I did find a drag and drop in there that the green is coming off of, but it's a green pumpkin pearl. So we're gonna throw that. I don't think I've ever thrown a drag and drop on a little jig head. It will swim a little bit. That little bulbous tail will flap a little bit. Definitely not like a paddle tail, but let's go with it. It does look a little bit like a dragonfly, so that's good. I'm not going to swim it very much. I'm going to kind of let it die and then bounce it around, bring it up, let it fall, that kind of stuff. See if they're willing to hit it. Oh, I think I got one. Nope. Oh, maybe I do. Hold on. He came back for it. There. I had him for a second and then he let go. Oh, now he didn't have the hook. Again, he had the tail. Ay, ay, ay. Oh man, here comes the freaking gardener. Why do the landscapers always show up when I'm fishing? First time I fished here, this is what happened. The landscapers showed up, were mowing, and I think that's why I got kicked out. I think the guy that was mowing, I think he went and told security, and then they came and kicked me out. Well, boys and girls, what you didn't just see on camera, of course I had to have it off, is I just got kicked out. I wish I would have recorded that interaction because it was kind of funny. Very nice lady came out and said I could. She was a little bit away, so we were kind of talking loud to each other. And she said, I can't fish here. And so I just decided, why not? That's what I said. I said, why not? All right, so I am heading out. Like I said, I got kicked out. So lady was super nice. She was like super cool about it. She came out and said, sir, you can't fish here. So I decided to go with a good question, which is, why not? I always want to see if they have a good reason. Because a lot of times the reason is simply, well, it's private property, which is exactly what she said. Well, it's private property. I said, okay, well, can I have permission to fish it? I said, you guys have a great little pond here. Why wouldn't you let people fish it? And she was like, oh, well, then she got a little like, got that thing going. And she said, well, they already called security. They're coming down here to kick you out. So I said, okay, well, I'll leave. I don't have a problem with leaving. I said, but I don't understand. You've got this nice little pond back here. It's got a lot of good fish in it. Why won't you just let people fish it? And then, of course, the other thing they always say is, well, insurance reasons. And that's just the go-to. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that they've dealt with people, but I'm just going to call this place out. It's a freaking hospital. Y'all got attorneys up the wazoo. Ain't nobody going to sue you for coming out here and twisting their ankle. They could twist their ankle in the parking lot, walking through your lobby. So, you know, there's just as much risk moving around this property doing other stuff as there is fishing the pond behind it. So, my opinion is kind of dumb. These people could totally look the other way. they could just act like they didn't see me here and just move on with their life. There's probably people in here in crisis that they could be helping. Instead, the nurses, which is what they were, are coming outside and kicking me out of a pond. They could just keep doing what they're doing. I don't understand, but yeah, well, we caught a couple good fish. You know what's gonna happen? I'm coming back again. I'll let this place cool off and come back.
Fish on, fish on.
Fast love wood.
Oh my gosh.
Fast love rock.
Nice. Whoa, give me that rebound. Holy cow, you guys.
Fishing. Fishing. Fishing.
Fishing. Fishing.